Brutal here at the Lubbock, Texas Regional, aka YESSSS Lubbock. My goodness, where 150 players played out 8 rounds of Swiss, 24 invites given. Manuel, please introduce yourself to the world.
I'm Manuel Medeiros. I played Tenpai today. The button deck, as Joey calls it.
Oh, nice. Overall record?
X1, I actually beat the regional winner in the last round. Tiebreaker screwed me, but that's okay.
What made you decide to play Tenpai for the event?
I've been testing Tenpai pretty much when it got announced, and I just really like the deck. I like going second decks. I was kind of a Mermail player back in the day, so it was fun.
Well, before we see the goo, any shout-outs?
Shout out to my boy Jelly right here. Shout out to my boy Sammy. He's the one that pretty much cooked the deck with me pretty much before it even came out, so yeah. And shout out Ryan for coming with us.
Sweet. Well, without further ado, please show us the top 8 goo.
Awesome. So standard stuff. We have 3 Pydra, 3 Chandra, and 2 Fadra. Basically, search any spell during the battle at the start of the damage step, special one from deck, and then this is a reborn on summon or during the damage step. I definitely think Chandra is the best one. I actually think I only opened Pydra like 3 times all day, and honestly, like I opened this like 8, and it was way better every time. But you have to play it. I think this ratio is correct.
Okay.
So that's it for the Tenpais, and then we got the other Tenpais, 3 Fenrir. This card's cracked, especially in this deck. Going first, if they make you go first. Setting this up with Seal, honestly, feels like so much to overcome in itself. And then going second, I mean, it's just really good in general. And it baits a lot of stuff too. I think round 6, I actually beat in an Appaloosa during the battle phase, and my opponent had 1250 left in life, and I killed him with the negate. So, yeah, great card, cracked. And then pseudo Tenpai monster, 1 Magnamut. You basically just play the 1 to summon it off a seal. It's also a hand trap and adds any Tenpai in the end phase. And then for the hand traps, got to play a lot because we're in Snake Eye format. 3 Ash. We got 2 Ogre, 2 Veiler, 2 Millimet, and 3 Imperm. I like the 2 ofs a lot because playing 3 of a lot of these, you just end up with multiples, and you typically only need 2 plus engine, and you're OTKing your opponent. So I really think this is the correct ratio for the most part. I know a lot of people bump up to 42 so they could play 3 ofs, but I think 40 is really good. You need to see engine as much as possible. Yeah. So that's it for the monsters and the hand traps, and then we got 3 of the most broken card. I think this is going to be on the ban list at some point. This card is crazy. You just activate this. If you have a Tenpai in hand, you're pretty much guaranteed to break their board. A lot of the time what I do is activate Ogre, or people want to activate Ogre against this, but I don't even activate it unless I actually absolutely have to play around it, because I think keeping this up is actually just the most important thing. And then 3 of the quick play, another broken card. If they don't have Ash, you're dying. That's pretty much what this card says. It's also really good in the mirror match, setting it. Basically summoning Fadra and Chandra on your opponent's turn in the mirror is like absolutely cracked, and it makes sure you don't die while establishing your resources for turn 3. And then 1 raid slot. It's just a 4th copy of Fenrir to search off of the 1 terraforming. In the event you have Sangan or this, you just search the other one with terraforming. And then we play 3 Prosperity, You're always killing through this. This card basically doesn't have any restrictions in this deck, so it's basically just free pot to look at 6. We got 3 Droplet in the main and 2 Lightning Storm. These go hand in hand, especially being able to activate this and then calling back row and then dealing with the monsters with this. It's really hard for people to deal with that. And also, this is good in the main deck as a going first option.
That was perfect 40, right?
Perfect 40.
God, yeah.
Extra deck. We play 2 Bident and 2 Transcendents. This is the Reborn. This is the one that basically doesn't let your opponent do anything during the battle phase, and everything has to go into attack. They both reborn themselves. This one pops a spell and trap on summon, and then this one pops a card. I played 2 of each, typically for Prosperity, but also Unicorn is a real card in this format. So I think you have to play the second one of this. One Trident, basically the card that everyone asked to borrow from their friend. But I honestly didn't summon this all day. I don't believe, looking back, there was ever a situation that came up either. I actually think summoning this a lot of the time is more correct to play around cards. Usually putting way more than enough anyway. Especially if you go into this during your opponent's turn or during the battle phase. I did this like 3 times today during the battle phase. It's basically just a reset button in your extra deck, and especially under Shifter, this gets like brutal for other people to come back from. I know this regional I did it to 1 person under Shifter, and last regional against a lab player I also banished their entire board with this. I did play the Rudy Rose. It didn't come up at all. I did see Kobe's first place list from Houston. I wanted to test it. I never really had a situation that came up. Maybe one, but realistically never needed it. Probably would still play it going forward in case. And then I put these 2 together, the Meteor Burst and the Samurai Destroyer. These are basically your mirror match cards. This one's more versatile. This one is specifically for Fadra. Being able to negate destruction protection, super crucial in the mirror match. And then this one is basically, I summon it a lot versus Snake Eye so that they don't get a lot of the recursion that they normally get during the battle phase against other decks. But I think these 2 are definitely mandatory. And I think Samurai is. I actually went against a Lightsport and Runic player because I attacked with this into their Chaos Angel, negated the effect, and then I summoned Transcendent, flipped it to attack, and attacked over. So yeah, I definitely would not cut those 2.
My goodness.
And then we have the links. Striker SP. Honestly, I did this once today. I wouldn't say it's mandatory, but it does come up. So I don't know. I've seen people play it. Some people don't. I'd probably play it going forward. I feel like this extra deck has a lot more versatility than people think. So I'd probably keep it in going forward, though. We have the OTK line. This is for D-barrier. If you get D-barriered, or if you D-barrier me, I'm still killing you. This is also crazy in the mirror match. I took somebody's Pydra with Hita today and OTK'd them with it. Yeah, these cards, these are mandatory cards in my opinion. I want to be able to kill you no matter what you have. And then the One Seal. This is my greatest going first card. You summon this plus Fenrir, and they're really struggling to win. That's my philosophy. Plenty of the mirror match make you go first, and I honestly love going first in the mirror match. I think it's absolutely cracked, and this is one of the reasons.
Real quick, the side deck.
Side deck? We'll start off 3 Shifter. Skip your opponent's turn if they're playing Snake Eye. I actually only saw this once, and it was actually in my final round. And game 2, I activated this. I had Seal and Impermsa, and he scooped. He couldn't do anything under it. which is fair. This card's definitely going to be banned at one point. It's too broken. I also played 3 DD Crow. I wanted pseudo copies of Shifter in case the mirror match, being able to banish their fodder target. I also think against Snake Eyes, it's relevant because IP into SP is like your worst problem with Snake Eyes because it gets rid of Sanguine Summoning. So being able to hit this with IP is actually, or being able to hit IP is crucial to not allow them to SP on your turn. And then I play 3 Crossout. I also think this is mandatory. This is for going first or second. I play it for the mirror match. I also play it into pretty much every other deck. I play it specifically for Ash and Imperm on Chundra or on the quick play during battle phase. Being able to hit the Ash is like essentially game if you have Kaiman. And then 3D Barrier. I didn't side this card in except 1 copy for Crossout all day. You play this for the mirror, and I would say that's about it. Maybe Melodious if you run into it, but even against my Melodious matchup, I didn't side this card in. And then we have 1 Duster, 2 Cyclone, Spell and Trap removal.
Yo, well, congrats on 4th place, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there you go. And yeah, until next time, everyone, board up.